some of the bishops, I say, when I get to heaven and I see my mama, I owe her an apology because she told me some things and I said, no. And she was right. And when I get to heaven, I'm looking for mama. Mama, I'm sorry. Amen. Y'all looking at me funny. Mama told me, look out for your brother. And she put that in me. And one day, Ethan was getting a whooping. Now, as a whole, Ethan got more whoopings than I got. Now, I hear y'all talking about, oh, that Negro got some whoopings. You hear me? And my mama told me, always look out for your brother. And so she was whooping him one day. And I said, no, Mama, I'll take the whooping. Yes, I did. I jumped in front of him. I said, Mama, I'll take the whooping. And she stopped whooping him. I saved that Negro. I think we've gone through life. Of course, Ethan and I are 5 years apart, and that made our lives different or distance. When I was 10, he was 5. When I was 15, he was 10. You know. So we didn't really get close until we got grown. But as a little kid growing up, he was kind of mischievous. And yes, he was. And I'm going to tell y'all one more story. We were sitting at the dinner table, and my mom said, y'all eat. And she had a bar of butter in front. So I'd finished eating. And I got up, and I went outside to play, and I heard Mama call me, John Drew Sheard. Whenever she called you like that, you know you were in trouble. I came in, why did you leave Ethan at that table by himself? I told you to watch it. That Negro had got the butter and put it on. Tell another one. Tremendous. I see his classmates here, and I'm glad to see you all. But he was always, as Mother Walton told the story, they were in school, and they got in trouble when Ethan was going along with the rest of the students. And Mama went up there, and she was mad at him. And she said, what made you do that? And he said, everybody else was doing it. Shh. One of the worst whoopings he ever got. She said, I'm not raising followers. I'm raising leaders. Mothers, you ought to tell your children that. To stop going along with everything and make a distinctive difference. And so in high school, believe it or not, you all, I had the track record in the 100-yard dash. That's right. I see y'all didn't know that. I had the record in high school for long jump. I had the record in the 440-yard relay. And it stayed on the board until this young fellow came along named Ethan Blake Sheard. And he broke all my records. And now his name is where my name used to be. Student council, of course, we had when I came along, the school was probably 70% white and maybe 30% minority. And it was a great feat for me to become the treasurer of student council. But Ethan went on to become the president of student council. I think it was Bishop Johnson sent me a tape of my dad introducing me at the men's conference. And my dad said, everything I got, I'm leaving it to Drew. He said, because I know he'll take care of Ethan. And I cannot tell you how much Ethan means to me. I was on the field, and he said to me, no, man, you go. You do what you got to do. I got mom and dad. And every day I would call home. As soon as I get in. Matter of fact, once my dad passed and I went out of town, went in the hotel room, picked up the phone to call him. I said, he's not there. But Ethan was there 100% of the time. You know, Ethan's a little violent too, you know. He's got a sleeper hold. He'll put you to sleep now. I ain't gonna tell that story. But Ethan, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, if I had to draw a picture of what my best friend and brother would look like, it looked just like you, man. So I want to talk about this for just a moment and I'm finished. Very seldom do you see a person that always makes sure that everybody else succeeds. Ethan made sure that Daddy was successful. Ethan makes sure that I'm successful. People say, man, he can't act like can't nobody help him but his brother. I say, okay, you do your thing, let me do mine. Ethan got my back. And so I know I'm almost through, y'all, for real, Bishop, I'm almost through. I know that it appeared because of Ethan's selflessness that he couldn't do anything. But Uncle Otis hit the nail on the head. Ethan was being trained behind the scenes. He knew everything that was supposed to be done, but he told Daddy. And then sometime Daddy would say, man, Ethan crazy. He would say it. He said, man, you're going to have to talk to Ethan.